Hello, my group is here today to talk about implementing VR headsets, specifically the Meta Quest headset, into the design process for architectural firms. My group consists of Fatima Alkbir, Aya Jadad, Zoe Magnan, and myself, Kieran Elkin. Our objectives are to implement the Meta Quest VR headset and rendering to improve design communication, reduce cost, revisions, and strengthen client engagement. The key goals are to deliver an immersive client walkthroughs for faster approvals, detect design clashes early to reduce change orders, use virtual tools to boost marketing and remote pitches. Our success metrics are fewer late stage changes, smoother design reviews, happier clients, and our call to actions are to try two products, train the team, track results, and then expand. Here is our table of contents. Take a minute to familiarize yourself with it. The current situation, we have reliance on 2D drawings and static renderings that fail to convey true scale, depth, lighting, and movement. Clients often misunderstand spatial intent, which leads to change requests, delays, and increased costs. The design teams and trades miss subtle clashes during review leads to RFIs and on-site reworks. Marketing limited to images and videos to remote processes. The growing industry's adoptions of immersive tools creates a competitive gap that will close if not filled soon. Our two quotes for the current situation: as innovative technologies continue to disrupt the way architects work, whether it be the way they gather data, design spaces, or communicate their ideas, they need to keep up with the latest in technology to meet their clients' growing expectations. And the larger that the project is, the more stakeholders will be involved, which is it is unlikely that a single decision maker, but rather many people who will be asked for their input on different aspects of the design of building. Getting everyone into a single location in order to discuss the design decisions can be difficult as well as inefficient and time consuming. Our problem: traditional visualization tools are limited to static 2D drawings and fixed 3D perspectives. These methods do not allow clients to fully explore or interact with the designed environment. As a result, clients often approve designs without fully understanding spatial layout, scale, and user experience. This leads to frequent miscommunications between clients, architects, and construction teams. Important design issues and conflicts may arise unnoticed if until later stages of the project. Late discovery of these issues increase cost, lead design changes during the construction.
So the main impacts are higher project costs and delays, especially when changes happen late in the design. This also affects client satisfaction and can reduce their trust in the team. There are also coordination issues between trades, which can cause design clashes and lead to more rework. And overall, firms that don't use advanced technologies risk failing behind others in the industry. So, for criteria, the solution should create an immersive and interactive design experience. It also needs to accurately show things like scale, lighting, and materials so clients can really understand the design. Should also work well with tools like Revit and SketchUp and be easy for clients to use. On top of that, it needs to be cost effective and flexible. And overall, it should help improve communication, collaboration, and support better decision making earlier in the project.
Our proposed solutions is to use MetaQuest VR to provide full-scale immersive walkthrough of designs, create realistic environments with accurate lighting, materials, and depth. Also allow client to interact with the design before construction, enable real-time feedback and quick design updates, identify design clashes and spatial issues early, and last, improve communication and reduce costly revisions. And Figure 7 shows how we can turn 3 design rendering into an immersive client experience. So this slide shows the key features of the MetaQuest VR headset, starting off with realistic visualization. Provides a clear and realistic 3D view with accurate lighting and materials. Also, natural interaction that allows users to walk, look around, and explore the space naturally, adding to easy to use. It's very simple, standalone system with non-complex setup, accessible for all users. Also, it gives the true scale experience to the client. Uh, it lets users experience spaces at real life size before construction. And finally, architectural integration connects to design models for real-time updates and smoother workflow. And figure 8 also shows how it can also give us like a really high display resolution. Our implementation strategy is organized into five main steps. We begin with research, study how VR is used in architecture, and choose the right tools. 3D modeling, create a detailed model using Revit or SketchUp. VR development, convert the model into a realistic VR environment. Also, testing, use the headset to evaluate scale, movement, and user experience. And finally, presentation, showcase the VR model and explain results. We also provided like a timeline Gantt chart. The Gantt chart shows the project timeline from research to final presentation.
What are the costs associated with implementing the MetaQuest VR headset as a part of the design process in a firm of about 19 employees or less? We assessed that three MetaQuest headsets would be enough for team collaboration as well as clients. Um, the cost per unit of each MetaQuest VR headset is $399 and $96. You need three of them. They are available on Amazon, which makes them really accessible. You don't need any special, shipping or anything like that. It's very accessible, which brings the total cost up to $2,776.53. The MetaQuest virtual reality headsets allows you to explore space in real time and interact with the environment, making it an immersive and interactive design experience. You can accurately represent real-world scale when paired with a compatible software. Way more of an intuitive experience to make design decisions. It integrates with existing software like Autodesk, Revit, and SketchUp, so it does not require a complete workflow change. It allows clients and team members to experience and evaluate the designs before construction, um, improving communication and saving costs. It does not require extensive external hardware, making it very easy to integrate into the workflow. And it requires minimal technical knowledge to operate, which makes it very user friendly for professionals and clients alike. Now, here I'll be comparing the MetaQuest 3 virtual reality headset with one of its competitors, the HTC Vive Pro 2 headset made by HTC. Now, as you can tell, the price difference is quite big. The HTC Vive Pro starts at $1,000 minimum. The setup for the MetaQuest is a standalone device, whereas the HTC Vive Pro requires a powerful external PC to set it up. It is a complex process compared to the MetaQuest 3, which is very easy. You plug in, you play. It's kind of made for the public to be used wherever it needs to be used. Now, the HTC device is not portable. It's actually a fixed setup, whereas the MetaQuest is a fully wireless and portable setup. So you could actually bring it to the clients. You could use it in the office. You can travel with it. Very useful. The performance of the MetaQuest 3 is high for a standalone virtual reality headset. It is not as powerful as the HTC Vive Pro, but I think we recoup that in the fact that it is portable and more accessible. The resolution in the HTC is a little bit higher than the MetaQuest, maybe due to the more powerful setup that it requires. And in terms of accessibility, the MetaQuest 3 is wildly available. It's on Amazon, nothing special required, whereas the HTC Vive Pro is like a specialized purchase and a specialized setup. In conclusion, we recommend the purchase of three MetaQuest VR headsets in order to improve communication with clients within the team and in between trades to avoid or reduce costly design changes once construction begins in order to receive also more accurate feedback from the clients and manage expectations on that end as well as avoid costly construction delays.
So, in summary, traditional methods don't always help people fully understand the design, which can lead to miscommunication and costly mistakes. So, using VR gives a more realistic experience, helping clients understand better and give feedback earlier, and even improve collaborations. And with tools like Inkscape connecting to Revit and SketchUp, it leads to better communication, few errors, and more efficient project
So,
overall.
what do we want to achieve from this project? Step one, adopt VR technology. Introduce MetaQuest VR into the design process to improve visualization, communication, and client understanding. Step two, start with a pilot project. Apply VR on 1 to real projects to test its effectiveness in design review and client interaction. Step three, train and integrate. Train a small team to use the system and integrate VR into key stages like concept and design development. Step four, evaluate and expand. Monitor results such as time revisions and client feedback to expand VR use across project if successful.
That's the end of our presentation. Thank you for your time. We welcome any feedback.